It didn't play. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Ice Cream Sunday Social. I am one of your hosts, Full Custom Hot Dog.
I am Yucky Gum.
Hi, I'm Gable.
Hi.
So what are we doing? We're talking about Halloween. Halloween dies tonight. Halloween ends, right?
Evil dies tonight.
They didn't say it.
Nope.
Yeah, right? It's almost, they said it so much in the last movie that it seemed out of character for this movie. Like, no one in this town is going to say it? Like,
yeah,
nobody?
right.
No. That should have been a Halloween greeting at that point. Be like, Happy Halloween, Evil dies tonight.
Evil's donezo, Chiefs. So we've got Jim Tuner in the chat. How's it going? No more Halloween movies. Jamie Lee Curtis is the true monster. I think so, too. I think so. We've got Nasser with a $5 super chat. Oh, my goodness. Hi, guys. Big fan and so excited for the show. So good to see you guys today. So Evil died for sure. Like, there's no coming back from what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that ending, I don't really think there's any wiggle room there, you know?
Which was crazy. I think that's why they went so over the top, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, Gable.
No, I would just say, do we go straight to the spoilers for this now? Oh, my God.
Well, I guess let's start with a plot summary. You know what's funny is, because I did a review of this the other day. I haven't posted it yet, but nobody's giving an accurate summary, at least IMDb's not, because they don't want to spoil the fact that the movie, and spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, come back. The movie's not about Michael Myers.
At all. It's about Corey, what's his nuts?
Yeah.
What's
Corey,
his
Not
last name?
Feldman. I don't remember, but it's the guy from Christine's last name, because they drew a lot of parallels with him and Christine for some reason.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weird parallels to Stephen King in this whole movie, which is so fucking out of
Well,
place
to be
and
fair,
weird.
Christine is a Carpenter film, so
I mean, at least there's
you know.
a parallel to something, but definitely wasn't a parallel to any Halloween film.
But like
were
Michael
parallels to
Myers
things that
lives in
weren't
a
Halloween.
goddamn he lives in a sewer, like it. And there was a scene where like that
Holy shit. I
Corey's
didn't pick up on
mom, that Corey dude's mom is like, I could smell her on you. Like she acts like Carrie's mom. Like this movie's a weird nod to Stephen King.
That is true.
Maybe that's why Stephen King said he fucking liked it. That goddamn show.
It's literally me up there, guys.
Wow, they got characters.
One thing I do want to bring up before I forget is how weird that our last two Halloweens given to us by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride had awkward humor. There was the weird exchange about the banh mi sandwich and the kid wanting to do dance classes. This movie had none of that.
It's almost an entirely different movie with different characters, but somehow it's still the third film in a trilogy.
It's super odd.
Yeah, there's not even like Tommy Doyle doesn't come back. Like all these characters that they introduced for the second one that like hey, remember when they had like they were supposed to meet every Halloween for like a survivors meeting? What happened to that? They don't do that anymore?
No, it's over.
Yeah,
Halloween ended.
I thought
I think most of them died, right?
well,
Anyway?
I thought the club would have grew. You know, I
Oh,
thought
true.
more people survived
True.
Michael Myers or whatever. But yeah, this fucking movie is like it's like Laurie Strode's granddaughter meets a dude who was basically blamed on killing a child, even though he was, you know, he was proven innocent and all this shit. But
What a bizarre opening, by the way. We get this open of that whole exchange of Corey, our new main character, killing a child, which is arguably like the only funny moment in the film. Like that's a weird. It's just played out so goofy where the kid's banging on the door. He kicks the door open and knocks the kid off the 3 stories down or whatever.
I didn't see it coming, to be honest.
I didn't either.
Which I think was pretty impressed with. But I think my thing was like, it seemed like there was something wrong with Corey before any of that really happened. Just kind of his mannerisms or something. You can kind of see this awkwardness in him. And then he started freaking out when he was locked in that room.
yeah,
You know, it's like I was like, oh, wait, something's going on. And,
yeah, it's like
they definitely went the route I thought they were going to go within the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, when he's freaking out, that's when I'm like, we're missing some backstory with this guy. Like, why is he such a fucking wuss? You know,
Dude, you wouldn't be scared either if you're babysitting a kid and the kid's like, "Hey, remember when that serial killer was just fucking around out here on Halloween and it's Halloween right now?"
Yeah, Michael Myers who just
But-
randomly disappeared, right? So
but the kid is like laughing on the other side of the door. It's like clearly a joke, and he's in an attic or whatever.
Dude, I don't know. That happens in every horror movie though, and then the killer's in the attic with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
You know?
that's what they were trying to set up, right? They were going to be like, "Oh, Michael Myers is in this house, right?" Just like the babysitter in that first film, right, with the other kid. You know, he's in the house, he's going to kill him, but it's like, oh no, he freaks out and he just kills, accidentally kills the kid. And I'm like, okay, all right, you know what? You get a golf clap for that for me.
Why does he even disappear? Is it just assumed all that damage that he took?
Emotional damage.
All that damage just made him not want. Is that why he was weak? Was from that fight that we saw him power through? None of that makes sense to me.
No, because at the end, okay, because Laurie Strode like pulls it out of her like Necronomicon ass that Michael transcends with every murder, right?
This is
So-
part 2, right?
Yeah.
I keep calling it part 2, but
Part
kills.
2, he kills.
Yeah.
So at the end of Kills, he has this like melee attack of all the like people in the town, and that
Yeah.
should have like uber pumped him up, and then he just
Well, he
disappears for 4
he was
years.
so strong. Like, dude, he gets up after that big ass beating and
Yeah.
kills the shit out of everybody. And then not only that, but has the gall and the swagger to walk down the street to his house and then just like kill Laurie's daughter. Which is crazy.
Remember when he was dancing?
Yeah.
He was pop locking,
He was
walking down the street.
flossing. No, but and then and what's weird is we're meant to believe that he just wants to go home. Well, what the fuck happened in part 3?
Yeah, he just goes into a sewer.
I made it. I made it home. I guess I'm gonna go sleep in the sewers now. Huh?
And
What
stays
movie
there
is
for like
this?
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Nope, 4 years. 4 years in the sewer.
Yeah.
And like in that 4 years, Laurie Strode is just now like a normal person.
Oh, that pisses me off. So they did this bunch of character development, and it's just like for 40 some odd years, right? Like she has been living this like badass life, learning how to defend herself, trapping, survival, all this kind of crap. And then and then this is when Mike was locked up, remember? So and then in the third film, it's like, oh, Mike is just missing. So it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna revert back to being just like a grandma, and I'm just like, that doesn't
Yeah.
character-wise does not make sense.
I'm gonna be the grandma that I should have been. Okay. Alrighty.
It's all.
I mean,
it's almost,
I
it's almost
guess
like
I
her
can.
character arc is backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's-
could
that's
create
what
my own motive and be like, well, since her daughter, the mother of her granddaughter, died, she's like, I have to become this person to replace the mother, like the normal mother that my granddaughter had. But I just made that up. Like, that's not the goddamn movie.
I don't know. It's a weird character. A lot of the characters, like I said, I believe almost all these characters are not the same characters we saw in the first two films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's
because-
100%.
Dude, the granddaughter just sees this Corey dude and fucking loves him instantly. It makes
Yeah,
no
obsessive.
sense.
Like she loves that autistic
Yeah.
bastard.
They really plowed through any of that like relationship developing. They really just didn't give a shit and just said, no, it's
No.
happened. It has to happen.
They're
Yeah.
like, something weird happened to you in your past and something
Yeah.
weird happened to me.
Same.
We fucking love each other. And he's like, I could teach you how to like work on a motorcycle. And it's like, whew, that's it, guys.
I mean, it's awfully convenient he's a mechanic, just so they can get him in a mechanic's outfit.
Hell yeah.
It's just plot convenience for there.
One thing I think is that at least this movie doesn't have as insufferable characters as the first two, which is another weird tonal shift.
Ooh.
Almost all the characters in Halloween, I'm going to keep calling them 1 and 2, even though it's not the original. You guys know what I mean when I say Halloween 1 and 2 for this context, right? Is Halloween 2018 and Kills.
Just call it Blumhouse. Blumhouse.
The Blumhouse, there you go. The first two Blumhouse Halloweens, almost every character was insufferable. They tried to make them all haha funny, just so when they get killed, you get sad. And then this one, they just felt like actual people.
Really? I think in this
think
one,
so.
they all talked like fortune cookies. they were all very hyper aware of the analogies of the own movie that's being made. They're like, evil spreads.
See, but that was mostly Jamie Lee, I thought.
I thought it was everybody.
I don't know.
Well,
I still felt they were more normal than having these awkward conversations.
When Corey's getting picked on by those high schoolers or whatever for like he's the kid that he killed the baby or whatever. He killed the kid.
He killed the baby.
Like he has this like psychological breakdown of the kid of like, you only hate because your father hates you. But I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, oh my, this is crazy. It spreads, right? I guess this whole town just.
It was like watching the worst person you know get into an argument where they try to like analyze somebody. You're only mean to me because your dad left your mom and nobody liked you in high school. Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? We got a $2 super chat from Nasser Rabadi. He said, I think this movie had a great idea, but they didn't know how to end it. Seemed like they filmed a placeholder ending. I mean, more or less, yeah. I think that's why this would have made a better part 2. This would be a great middle piece. Number 1, Halloween Kills is utterly useless. That movie could just be a Star Wars crawl at the beginning of Halloween 3. And you'd be fine. You'd experience the same goddamn thing. Because that movie's a nothing burger. Except, what's weird too, like, imagine having never seen any of these before, right? And you're going to watch them all back to back. And while Halloween Kills is a slog, the ending at least gets you hyped. Because you're like, okay, Laurie's going to go and fuck up Michael. Holy shit, I can't wait to pop in this third movie. And then it just SpongeBob's and goes 5 years later. You're like, what the fuck? My hype's gone.
Yeah, it's dead. Well, I wanted to say one more thing. You guys were mentioning the weirdness of like the characters. Like I always thought the character interactions with each other were also strange, especially when it like revolved around like romantic interests. Like we already mentioned Corey and what's her name, Allison. But then there's this weird kind of subplot thing going on with Jamie Lee Curtis's character and the sheriff guy.
Yeah.
Like, and that was just, I don't know, it's like, it was awkward. And I'm like, why is this here? And he just randomly just disappears for the entire middle part of the movie. You know, it's like he's going to survive, damn it. And the way he's going to survive, he's getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Did the other sheriff die?
I don't know.
I mean, he comes back Halloween at the end of this. The black guy with the cowboy hat.
The cowboy hat, yeah.
He comes back at the end of this, but he's
does
not
he
in the
really?
rest of this movie.
I don't even remember.
Just for the
I was looking
procession.
For
yeah, the Jesus Christ, you know, crowdsourcing.
Well, so what's really weird about this Halloween is that the metaphor for this Halloween is actually how, like, basically how a rumor can like get spread and turn you into the person that the rumor is saying you are. I guess. You know.
What?
Yeah, that's what, you know, because, you know, evil spreads. It spreads, right? And, like, this Corey kid, he's like an urban legend. His mom has this, like ham-fisted, once again, everybody's a goddamn fortune cookie in this. She's like, the boogeyman isn't here, so the town needed to find a new boogeyman, and that was my son. Damn, we get it.
Like, we get it. He's really cool.
Well, Jamie Lee Curtis actually openly says what the theme of it is, where she's like, you know, evil doesn't go away, evil changes. And it's like, God. Oh, there you go. That's the theme they're going for.
Man.
So it kind of turns into almost like almost like I Know What You Did Last Summer, or like a prom night,
dude,
where these kids like beat up some like retarded kid. He falls over, and they're like, no one's gonna say nothing. He fell on his own, okay?
Yeah.
And
you should have seen the look on my face when I thought it was going to be Jason Goes to Hell. Right. I got so fucking excited. I couldn't believe I think I was messaging you guys. I was messaging the Kino chat, and I was like, I can't believe what this might be doing right now. This is insane.
Well, he grabs him like in that sewer, right? And you see like the eyeball CG like morph in his eye. You're like, wait a minute, is he like transferring souls? Like what is?
Yeah, what was happening?
Okay, do you guys think the concept of this whole fucking movie is kind of about the whole idea that in the past, these franchises have tried to do this, right? Like Halloween 4 tried, or at least gave you the idea that, what's her name? The niece, Michael Myers' niece.
Laurie Jr. Logie.
Come on, Gable.
Jamie Lloyd.
that Jamie Lloyd was going to become Michael Myers. And then in Friday the 13th, you had Tommy Jarvis, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, were these guys trying to make like some sort of statement on those movies? Because, I mean, the only reason they even did that back in the day is because, you know, hey, like the last movie doesn't make crap, so we're going to like kill the guy, but let's leave this little dumb thing open where the evil transfers to somebody, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a way to open it up for future movies. I mean, this Halloween may end, but it will always continue. There's always
It's
that
absolutely going to happen
But-
again. There will be
but-
another Halloween, new
within a year,
timeline, whatever.
probably.
I mean, because there is even a scene like, okay, Corey gets pulled into the goddamn sewers. He gets the power transference.
Whatever the hell that was. Yeah.
Whatever.
But
was.
is that what was happening? I didn't know if he was communicating to him.
It's
I
like
thought
an alien. I'm sorry.
No, I think you're right. I think there was some sort of like evil infects moment, right?
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that's what they were going after, and it's the same thing that we saw with Jamie Lloyd. We see it with a bunch. I mean, at this point, I mean, I assume it's a trope now. You know, it has to be. But the franchise will continue, right? And it's just like, all right, we'll somehow lean into a supernatural element with this,
Oh my god.
and we won't explain it. You know what? That's a problem for the next filmmaker.
I mean, that's been my issue with this whole thing is it feels like Halloween 2018 is like he's just a crazy dude. And then Halloween Kills is like, actually, he's the craziest, most devil possessed killer ever. He's unstoppable.
Yeah,
and
we're
then this is like, I don't know. I guess he might have some evil in him.
But
Yeah,
also, when they were in the sewer, my favorite scene was when like Corey was like, "Show me how to do it."
Yeah,
You're like, "What?"
dude.
And it's like,
But then,
it's
okay,
like,
you just
you-
kill a guy. It's
Yeah,
not
just
hard.
stab him.
You just do it.
So like, remember how like when he gets out of the sewer, there's like this crazy bum, and the crazy bum is like, why didn't he kill you? He killed the others. Go in there and get the mask for me. It's like, I'm Michael Myers. It's like, this motherfucker is infected with evil too. So were they trying to say that anybody that gets close to him wants to be Michael Myers? Almost
That was kind of something I was hoping that was happening, was that Michael Myers' evil is corrupting the town, and that's why everyone was going crazy in the beginning, where you see, hangings outside, like really bizarre murders.
Oh,
So I was
I
kind of
thought-
hoping that was the point.
I thought
but it
that's
wasn't.
basically what I thought Kills was about, right? That
Kind
this
of.
evil has infected the entire town.
Yeah, they just and they weren't sure you got it. They wanted to really drill it.
I think this was more that it was a supernatural cause, not just inciting paranoia and thus equating to violence,
But but the rest of the movie just becomes like, the minute he gets the power transference, he goes to pick up the granddaughter from Laurie Strode's house, and he's staring out the window, or he's staring up at the window at Laurie Strode like Michael Myers does, and like she automatically knows like there's evil in that boy. And it just becomes this like melodrama about like a granddaughter who likes the tough guy, the tough greaser guy. Or something.
A very Stephen King-esque trope.
I mean,
Yeah.
I felt like I was like, I mean, have you ever seen Badlands with Sissy Spacek?
No.
It reminded me of Badlands. It's just the same kind of thing where like a girl gets with this like fucking kind of serial killer dude that has like no moral, like it's weird that it reminds me of that.
I don't know. It still just doesn't make sense. The Allison Corey thing, and then it's just like you went through all this big ordeal with your grandmother with Michael, and now she says, Mike's out running around, right? He's still alive, at least to everybody else's knowledge. And now you're like, oh, Mike, don't worry about him. He's not Michael. He's, Michael's fine. Nothing will happen. I'm good. I don't know. Like, none of it makes sense. Like, this feels like the first movie, like a first movie.
Yeah,
Like I said,
weird.
everything's
Like,
backwards here.
after he got the power transference and he actually killed the bum, and that was like his first like kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes home and starts looking in the mirror like he's fucking Teen Wolf. Like he's like looking in the mirror like he's about to change. Like he's about-
Why didn't we see things? I mean, I guess his hand gets better, right? Wasn't that a thing?
Well, that's what
After-
I thought they
after
were
the
trying
kills,
to go with, where
yeah.
Michael Myers just tends to like heal himself pretty fast, and I'm like, oh, is this going supernatural? Like, are
Nothing
we
gets answered
confirming
here.
it?
No, it's
Nothing happens.
Even
really.
if you hated the like Thorn, like whatever the Thorn Curse of Thorn, at least that like tried to give you some fucking like answers, you know.
Can I be real? And I don't care if this is an unpopular opinion or not. I fucking love the Curse of Thorn trilogy.
Emotional damage.
I kind of do too.
Yeah,
I think it's great. I think it's fun. You know, it was trying to separate itself from just being a slasher movie. I know some people don't like it, but you know, the producer's cut of 6 is so crazy that I can't help not to like it. Like it's one of those that stands out. What is his name?
Paul
Rudd.
Paul Rudd, yeah.
Dead Punk Gage says, "What if that's it? What if this was a way to push the story forward with the granddaughter becoming the new Laurie Strode and Corey becoming the new Michael?" Yes, except for the fact that this is the last movie. You know what I mean?
And
like,
why?
If
you're gonna get rid of the sister thing, like, why does Corey want to kill Laurie Strode? It's like, so if you're infected by Michael Myers, you're still gonna go after Laurie Strode, even
and
though
then the whole thing is why? Like, why her?
Exactly.
Because
They're
in the
supposed
first
to,
one, the first one, or not the first, the first Blumhouse one, 2018 sets up that like, actually, he's not after you, you're just in his path. And as the audience, to me, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Is that she doesn't matter? It's like the whole, you know, that M. Bison speech in Street Fighter. You know, you murdered my whole village, but to me, it was just a Tuesday.
That's what I thought the whole first point of the first film was he doesn't even know who she is.
That too, but she's so paranoid in 2018. And then we find out that she's literally just in the path of him again.
They kind of add something in this movie. Remember, there was that lady outside the grocery store, and she's like, "You worked that man up." It's like, did she like was she sending him letters like, "Fuck you,
How would
Michael,
he know?
You didn't get me, you asshole."
Where would he get the idea that she's on her soapbox talking about this goofball? Also, we got Sex Find Pro in the chat, the best adult dating site. Give it up, everybody.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Sex Finder. I might be horny later. I'm going to save that link. I'm talking to the boys. But yeah, that was a weird exchange too. I mean, I guess it was good to see a Survivor. Dead Punk says, "Is it really over? Give it time. We'll be getting another remake or reboot in another few years. We will be, but I think this timeline is done. They just,
oh my god,
they did T1000 his ass.
Yeah.
Like he's GG Rip. No more.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think? It'll be like just a complete reboot? Do you think?
I want a Thorn sequel, dude. That's what I know. It won't happen. It will, because you'll depend too much on the audience to actually do like some work. But like, man, that would be my dream.
let's get fucking Paul Rudd back as fucking Tommy Doyle.
Well,
Nasser's going to bed. Everybody say goodnight to Nasser.
Good night, Master. I mean,
Farewell.
as a producer, put your producer shoes on, guys. Put your producer hat on. If you're in charge of Halloween and you're going, okay, I want to end Halloween, but I also need it to continue. I don't know. Do you just continue with Michael Myers? Do you just hop him into a different body? Like, what do you?
You just do a remake.
You just
That's
don't worry
it.
about it.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've gotten a remake. This timeline's done, and I think that's so. In the ACOD contract, there's a stipulation that says Michael Myers can't die. So I think that just means they're going to do a new one, because Blumhouse also said they're not done with it. So
They're pretty fucking dead at the end of this film.
no, he's very dead. I don't know if it comes back, and it'll be dumb as hell. And I kind of hope that's the case.
He'll
Like
come
maybe
back
a
as
hobo
the
stitches them
Shape.
together. They do a Reanimator crossover. Herbert West brings him back.
There you
Based.
go. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Maybe Michael Myers won't be back. They'll just bring him back as the Shape. You know, we'll throw it back.
After
Yeah.
all these years, Halloween will actually become an anthology movie series.
You know, thinking about this movie again, it's kind of weird that this one feels like it has a lot it wants to say, even though it doesn't know how to say it right.
Yeah, it's clunky. Yeah.
It just wants to say how like negative things like spread to negative, like, so like, I don't know, it's a very hippie message. It's a very like you know, bad feelings lead to other bad feelings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the body jumping was like a logical step. Like, I don't know, just because we've already seen it. Like
It didn't go all the way, though. It didn't commit to that idea.
Yeah, it like, I don't know. It got soft really fast.
I mean, it gave you something because, okay, it gave you we saw the transference scene, and then there's this scene where they're on the top of this radio station, and she's looking at her hand, and she says, "It's infected."
Yeah.
You know, that was like a little like wink, 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 wink. He's infected with Michael Myers, and he has some like really lame '70s thing where he's like, "After the accident, I used to come up here and I stare up at that tower, and I'd imagine could I climb all the way up there?" I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
I never thought I'd make it in this town or be anything. That's why we got to get out of here, baby.
We gotta get out of Haddonfield. Small town's holding us back.
Just silly. I did like seeing Joe Bob's Darcy in there as a little cameo. I thought that was cool. I like
fun.
Joe Bob.
Darcy the mail girl.
Yeah, that was another weird. Like I said, everybody speaks like a fortune cookie. There's a caller that calls into the radio station, and she says something like how evil spreads, and when you stare into the abyss stares into you. I mean, it was just this like rambling of like sayings you've heard.
Yeah.
So fucking weird. And did you guys get that his boss was also his stepdad?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was fucking confusing as shit too, because like nothing tells you this. He
No.
like goes to work. His boss is like, "Hey, do you want this motorcycle? You could put plates on it and get your shit back together." And then like when he goes out with the girl and then comes back and his mom is acting like Carrie's mom, where she's like, "I smell her all over you. You know, she's a whore." He's just sitting there and he goes, "I hope you find love."
Yeah. That was kind of rad. I kind of like that.
There's also a dialogue line where he says, "Don't tell your mother about the bike."
Oh, does he?
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
The fuck? I watched this twice.
Yeah. It's a throwaway line leading into something.
They didn't even tell
Wow.
Yucky about the bike, huh?
Dude, I was even trying to pay attention because I'm like, where the fuck do they say that? Like, is that the boss and he's just like having pie over at his mom's house? Like,
That's the only place you'll actually catch it until you get to the very ending where he dies. But that's the only time you'll ever put two and two together. But yeah, it's a throwaway line to a bigger discussion part.
yeah. So Corey becomes fucking Michael Myers. He wrestles the mask off of Michael Myers. And just said, "You're just a guy in a Halloween mask."
What did he? I don't even feel like I understood what Michael Myers wanted exactly at this point. The last one, we're like, okay, he wants to go to his room. All right, that's his objective. Okay, and this one, I'm just like, all right, you just want to hang out with this nerd? You want to hang out with this nerd and go kill people? Okay, buddy.
Emotional damage.
Well, he
Yeah,
wanted to
'cause-
stay in his hole for a while first, right?
Well,
and then he's
'cause
like,
he
"Help
could-
me."
He could kill him at any time.
Yeah.
It's not like he can't
But then he
kill this
couldn't.
kid for some reason.
They struggled. They wrestled. They wrestled like a couple of weird little nerdy frat boys. It was so odd. It was this odd little. I don't know how to describe it. It was super awkward.
They wrestled
Yeah,
and no one died. It was weird.
Well,
Yeah.
Because did Corey help Michael Myers kill the cop? Because there's like a cop who's like all like hitting on
Corey basically fed him to Michael.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
let him in.
So strange.
Oh shit! Hold on. We got D Gulag in the chat. He said he hasn't seen Ends yet, but I haven't liked the trilogy so far. We're getting pretty balls deep in spoilers, D Gulag. So
Get
it is
outta here.
up to you, my dude. Good to see you, but we're gonna spoil the shit out of this, and we have been all night. All
Dude,
night.
it gets crazy, man. I saw
It
somebody
is
on
rowdy.
Twitter is like, they're like, I see a lot of hate for this, and the only reason there's this much hate is three things are likely: we see this happen, we see this happen, or we see this happen. And I'm like, would you believe all three? Like, it's like, this is so fucking bizarre for a Halloween movie.
There's a scene where Corey has his mask and he's going to go kill that guy in his house. He has that not nurse lady or whatever with him, and it's a really cool scene. He goes in. This is like his first masked kill. And you think he's by himself, but he fucks it up, right? He fucks it up. He gets locked out, and all of a sudden Mike is there. I want to know, what does it take to get to like communicate with Michael Myers, be like, "Hey, dude, can you come help me?"
No. You're missing the best part of that. Is what does it take to get Michael Myers on the back of your motorcycle so you can ride him over to this house where you're about to kill somebody?
Michael Myers ride bitch. That's what happened.
I saw someone make a meme of that.
Did they make a picture?
They did. I think I saved
that's
it.
so
I'll have
good,
to find
dude.
it.
Yeah. Because how? That's what I want to know. Either they're riding on the motorcycle or Corey is riding on Michael's shoulders like that Freak the Mighty book cover.
Yeah, like were we supposed to see?
deep cut.
Were we supposed to see like interlaced? Like, because you kind of get like in Halloween 5, you kind of get how Jamie Lloyd has a psychic connection, right?
Sure, you could buy it, right?
So, do you think there might be an edit of this movie where Corey does have like strange interlocking memories and shit with? I bet.
God damn, do I hope so.
Oh my God.
I really want to see them like just staring into each other's eyes and talking. That's it, like mental talks.
Dude, it's just so bizarre. And it doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like a Halloween movie because it's like 4 days till Halloween.
That's
So
weird too.
You got like a 2-hour movie and it's Halloween in like the last like, I don't know what.
The time, I think
minutes.
the time skip is one of the weirdest choices.
Well, they did that because
Especially-
of COVID.
I don't care. Like the first two didn't have time skips. Like it was like one after the other. Boom,
But
boom.
wasn't the Halloween Kills was 2019, right? Like it was 2018 and 2019, right? It came out that next year, right? Am I correct?
I don't remember.
No, I don't think so because I think they got greenlit and that took some time.
Can I
think.
Captain Google it?
Yeah, you can.
No
Nothing
way. They're
stopping
like,
you.
this made more money than any Halloween sequel ever. Like Greenlight, go.
Yeah.
Halloween Kills. Halloween
All right,
Kills.
all right,
No,
all right.
2021, I guess.
All right. Yeah,
So what
because
the
this
fuck?
was
Why would this
maybe they
have
had
like a
shot parts
4-year
of it.
Well, didn't they shoot these like back to back? Wasn't that
I
one of
guess.
the
First two, I think.
Oh, was it the
or
first
close
two?
to?
Oh, I'm totally wrong. I'm wrong. So yeah, I don't know why they're like, it's been 4 years. Michael's been. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Please.
Short boob.
The time skip, I think, is probably not the worst blatant thing that this movie
But
does.
it's a weird choice. I think that
Yeah.
kicks off the unevenness right away. Like, hey,
Well,
I know you wanted this to be right after, like we made it seem. Psych, got him.
Well, I think it's done for plot reasons. It's to get Jamie back into her grandmother mode. You can't do it right after the second movie.
Sure you
right?
can.
You have to wait a couple
No,
years.
because the whole thing was that she was gonna go fight Michael. At least their fight was kind of cool.
Yeah, like it. They definitely did a good ending for ends. I will give it that. And like, there's definitely gorier than I thought it would ever be. More blood. The ending is perfect.
I mean,
Good kills.
there is one wrong thing with the ending, though. Like, there's this strange, like, emotional arc, or not an emotional arc, but it's supposed to set up like something of a confrontation or something where, like, when Laurie Strode basically kills Corey, he's like, if I can't have her, no one will. And he stabs himself in the neck. That way, when the granddaughter walks in, she could think that her grandmother killed her boyfriend. She doesn't care that her boyfriend is, like, turning into Michael Myers for some reason. Like, that
Grandma,
doesn't
you
concern her
killed
at
my
all.
boyfriend.
Mammies! Gamma!
I mean, she didn't notice, like, oh, wait a minute, why is he dressed up as Michael
Right.
Myers? You know?
To totally scar my traumatized grandma.
Like,
Like,
oh,
bruh.
that
Come
Dude,
on,
too
dude.
soon. Too
joke.
soon.
Yeah, right?
Bruh.
that joke.
What the hell? Why did Laurie come to Corey's visions? What the hell? What was that?
That was like Michael Myers transferring his fucking bullshit.
His fixation that he didn't used to have?
Dude, people say this is one of the best sequels. It's killing me, dude. It's like, are you fucking
You
people
know,
crazy?
what's funny is this one of the horror groups I'm in, one of my friends said that. He's like, oh, this is the best one since the original. And I start like poking holes and he's like, well, I didn't notice any of that stuff, so that's probably why I liked it. And I said, yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah, it would have been a great film if they didn't call it Halloween.
Must be nice to just enjoy a film with fucking no context needed. God damn.
Ooh, someone's in the mask. Ooh.
I saw all the things I like. I got to see Michael's mask. I got to see him hold his knife, and I had a great time.
Oh my god, guys, they're using the font from Halloween 3 Season of
Okay.
the Witch.
That was cool.
Wow. It was cool.
That I did. When I saw that font, I was like, man, I know that. I don't know what it's from though. It was like, and then somebody did a side by side comparison. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird ass movie, huh?
Fuck, dude. It's a
Like, I thought 6 was the weirdest it would get, the whole series. I really did.
I just don't understand. I just don't know what they were trying to accomplish with the movie, other than, oh, this is the last on my contract. Might as well fuck it up. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, did they want to make another movie? And they're just like, well,
I
we
just
still
thought it
got
was-
to like do one for these guys. We'll just, yeah.
I just thought he was contractually obligated because, like, after watching Halloween Kills, I'm like, dude, there's no way this guy is, or the director writer guy, what's his name, David Gordon Green or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
and Danny
there's
McBride.
no way he did his best. There's just no way. It's just this seems like one of those things where like Rob Zombie, he didn't want to make Halloween 2 like after his, and he just did it because he was obligated to, and this just is what it feels like.
Dude, like, people got really heady ideas on what Halloween, like they think it's high art. When it comes to slasher movies, they think it's high art because it's this like, I mean, you do get this really cool thing in the original Halloween where you have this crazy doctor just going around being like, he's evil, he's evil, he's evil, and everybody's like, whatever, doctor. And then when he shoots Michael Myers a bunch of times and he disappears at the end, the audience is like, whoa. Like, like holy shit. He
And
was evil or whatever.
they kill this new one's Loomis protege like immediately.
Oh my god.
Dead Punk in the chat says, nah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is still the top of the shit heap. I want to revisit it, but I think I'm going to have to agree here.
Ooh, it's so bad.
I don't
It's
know.
pretty rough.
Between that and Halloween Kills, I really dislike Halloween Kills.
I do too, but I,
really
don't know what I
dislike
hate
this
worse.
one, dude. This one I think is the fucking worst of the worst.
I think you need to give some time to let it breathe and really let it settle.
I've
and then
seen this
come back to it.
twice, and
I'd
there
have to-
was a
I'd
Yeah,
have
but
to
like in a
rewatch.
short span, it's like saying like, "Oh, I ate diarrhea 2 times, and it's not the worst thing I've had yet."
You know, even as bad as like Halloween 5 can be, there are more things. There's just things I like about it where I could put it in at any moment. I would never put this movie in as just its own. Like, I feel like watching like Child's Play 2 out of the air. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine just watching because it's not a fucking Halloween movie.
I thinking about this. This is going to be one of those movies that in 10 years people are going to look at differently. I think that's my prediction.
Positively or negatively?
I think so. I think because people will be like, "Oh man, it was kind of ballsy at the time because they didn't give you Myers for the first chunk of the movie, and it wasn't really about them." Yeah, I think that's what people will say. And I
Chunk
think
of the movie. I mean, I would say you don't even get Myers until the last like 10 minutes of the movie. You really don't.
I just wanted him and Corey, like, just have the entire second act, just him and Corey, just like holding hands, going around butchering people. That's
Or
what
make
I
them
would
fight.
watch.
like Corey,
That's the final act.
Corey
Myers
stops
versus
being
Myers.
Corey stops being sympathetic, which is a really odd call because he is super sympathetic in the very beginning.
Yeah, pretty early
You know,
on too. But
yeah, and so you just lose. It goes out the window because he's just a piece of shit. And why wasn't there ever anything about him struggling with the Halloween course over there? You know, none of that. D. Golex says the first 5 Halloween films all have their charm. Absolutely.
Yeah, they stick to the fucking rules. They like. I know people are like hung up on like Myers doesn't have a motive, but it's like, well, you're crazy if you don't think Myers doesn't have.
You got to give him something after like 2 or 3 films at least. You know, like it has to go somewhere. You can't expect people to keep watching this guy do nothing.
That's why, at least in The Curse of Thorn, these crazy doctors were like prolonging it, right? They're like, well, let's just make sure he keeps having, offspring. You know, like,
Yeah.
It was a weird idea. It was fucking nutty, but but people, it's like they have to get back to like, if it's not his sister, then he just has no motive whatsoever.
Right.
Where it's, I don't know.
But he wants to go to his room.
You can't have you can't have somebody without a motive. Even the first movie has a motive. He's recreating the murder of his sister, right? He steals the gravestone. He puts Annie displayed as like, look, it's my sister. I did it again. You know, like
Yeah.
he's recreating it. Like that's still motive.
Yeah, I mean, we see the same thing, sort of the same thing with Corey, where like he has his own. He wants to go to his room, right? He has that house where he killed that kid, right? So like he always wants to keep going back to that house. So
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
yeah. So I mean, again, they were making it to where Corey was just going to be the replacement, the evil, that he was going to be the new shape, and I don't know, they bitched out, right? It just.
Well, we don't know for sure
I mean-
if he's dead at the end. He could come back if they wanted to.
Well, these characters, like nothing in a movie is a legacy character, right? Like you could put Shia LaBeouf next to frickin' Indiana Jones all you want. We're not watching Shia LaBeouf take the reins of Indiana Jones. You know, I think that goes for any movie.
Yeah, but
So
Michael Myers is just a mask.
D Gulag brings up the melodrama in this newest trilogy is really annoying. Is that a take you guys share as well?
It's awkward. I don't know if it's
It doesn't when it doesn't fit. It's annoying. It's
Yeah.
rough.
All right, that's
because like the first movie is like grandma's crazy, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this guy's been locked up for 40 years and hasn't been bugging anybody.
Chicken and French fries.
What the hell, Gable? You just saw the second one. What's like the big like character melodrama in the second one?
In the second one,
Yeah, is it
I
just
don't-
like you're still hanging out with my goddamn granddaughter?
I'm slightly going to avoid that question, but I'm gonna. The worst part in the second movie is the very beginning, where the cop guy. I don't know who that cop guy is, but is he an actor? Is he just some random guy? Because he delivers his plot points or his dialogue so like bad that like it stands out. Like he's like I guess a little bit about to answer it. Like there's the part where the sheriff he was there when that guy got killed, and you have that sort of like character arc for the sheriff guy.
Right, like I had him that night.
Yeah, I had him that night, and I accidentally shot the guy, and all this kind of stuff. It was kind of bad, but like I don't know, like everything about the characters interacting with each other, either romantically or as as family. I don't know, like who wrote this? It just doesn't. It just doesn't read like normal dialogue.
Yeah, because I
Cheesy.
saw somebody make a point. You know how you were talking about the grocery store scene with the cop, kind of like somebody made a point, and I was like, okay, I guess I see this. Where they're saying like, oh, this is Laurie Strode taking the chances she never did as a child, right? Because like Laurie Strode, of course, in the original, like couldn't ask Ben Tramer out, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So now this Laurie Strode, the all like I'm 100% psychologically fixed. Which we already had that in H2O. Does anybody remember H2O?
I
Barely,
actually
not
liked H2O.
really.
I actually liked H2O.
I got a BRB really quick. You guys got to hold it down.
All right.
Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, I actually liked H2O. I actually wouldn't mind. I don't know. I thought if I was the director, I would go balls to the wall. I know we've already said this is just a sequel to the first film, but I would have brought back Josh Hartnett. I would have brought back Jamie Lloyd. I would have brought like everybody back in for the giant finale, right?
Paul Rudd and
Yeah.
and
It's like the Avengers Halloween style, right? They're all coming back to
yeah, let's
stop
do it like
Michael.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Let's just go all. If we're going to do it, we go all in. Don't pussyfoot
I bet
around.
Donald Pleasance's I can't pluralize his name. Donald Pleasance's daughter is still alive.
Yeah, there you go. She
She looks exactly like Donald Pleasance. She could come back for some like, I'm the new Dr. Loomis.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's they were trying to take. I don't know. To me, it's like they were making a bet. They're like, all right, we're gonna do something different. Which in a slasher genre, I'm 100% behind. I'm going, all right. Listen, we've seen Michael Myers hunt people down. At least in Halloween Kills, you sort of flipped it where it's like, oh, the town is now, hunting down Michael Myers. Like that's the only positive I will say about Kills.
but they kind of did that in Halloween. Well, was it Halloween 4 where they showed like the crazy townspeople go out and kill
4 and 5.
Ted
4 and 5,
Hollister?
yeah.
Damn it, Earl! You shot Ted Hollister.
Yeah, like I'm like I said, I'm all for it. These just I think these new films are just taking what they want from the older films and then just putting them together in sort of a trope thing. The town people, the essence or whatever, the evil floating between people. I mean, this is all things that have been talked about before. I'm surprised they didn't mention cults. I actually probably would have been okay with that if they did.
You know, in the very beginning of this one, when the parents go out of town and then he kills the kid, right? But we see a car pull up and a leg come out, and I'm like, oh my god, are they doing like the Thorn cult? Are these the cultists? And then it wasn't. But man, I was so
cool.
excited. Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Kill for him, Danny.
While you were gone, Hot Dog, I was saying, like, if they were going to make that big of a stretch, I would have brought back Josh Hartnett,
Yeah,
the little girl. I would have brought all these people back, almost like an Avenger style Halloween esque.
I'm gonna one up you there. I would have them come back, right? And then they bring over another Michael Myers, and Laurie's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "You don't understand. This is our dimensions, Michael, and he's good now." And this is the only way we fuck. I would say fuck.
You already
fuck
established
Halloween.
it's supernatural, so
He's been
this
sent
is
to
all on
protect us.
Yeah, he's been sent from a different timeline. In his, he's that dimension's champion, and he's the only thing that can stop the evil
Sam
force.
Loomis actually helped him in that other
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah,
and
right,
He's
right. He
continuing
rehabilitated
Sam
him.
Loomis's,
the Cosmic
They-
Myers universe.
They actually sent this Michael to Iraq, and he cleared that shit out, and there was no more Al Qaeda. And they just dropped him over, and he just went ham. He's a good guy now. He's one of us.
Yeah, if you're gonna go in, guys, go balls deep. That's what we're
Yeah,
saying.
he's got a red, white, and blue windbreaker
right.
and track pants, and still the mask. You got to keep the mask.
I mean, it's so easy to bash on a Halloween sequel, especially this one. It's so fucking bad. But really, it's what would you do? If it was all right, Hot Dog, all right, Gable, you guys, Halloween's yours.
Yeah,
It's
like
like-
I said, I go all in, man. You try to connect all those films
Yeah.
the best way you can.
D. Gulak says new Michael takes knives out of people.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean that's kind of it, right? It would depend on what the deal was, but I would absolutely be trying too much and probably make one of the worst in the history. But it would be funny.
Dead Punk Gage says Dr. Terrence Wynn cameo. Hell yeah,
There you
dude.
go.
I
Hell yeah.
wish.
Did you guys think this one was another? We mentioned this last time on the Hellraiser movie, but this was a long movie. It's like an hour and 50 some odd minutes.
It feels longer than it is.
Dude, and most of it is relationship stuff.
Yeah. Well, the first hour and a half doesn't, I mean, some interesting things there, but again, no Michael Myers for the first hour and a half. It doesn't feel like a Halloween film until the third act, basically. I don't know.
Yeah,
Kinda
more or less.
then.
Well, they have that fight. That fight's cool with him and Laurie.
Yeah, I think that's the best part. I'm glad they fucking eviscerated that guy, and then spoilers, threw him in what was that, like a trash compactor?
It was
or whatever?
it was some kind of one of those
Car
car.
crusher.
It was at
Car
the dump or
crushers.
whatever that everyone worked at.
Yeah. So I mean, he's
That
definitely
scene was
not
really
bad.
cool. I thought all the shit going down in the junkyard. And the kills are great in this movie. By the way, I will say that's a strong positive.
I don't know,
Yeah,
I got
there's
I got
alright.
Freddy things with all the kills
Oh, shit.
in the
I'll be
car
right back.
yard.
What do you mean you got Freddy things?
Like the scene where the people are in the car yard and Freddy comes back.
Oh yeah,
Killing them. I don't know. I started getting little flashbacks of that. The only thing I would say at the very ending is there's this weird moment where they kill Michael Myers. They cut his throat. They cut his wrists.
Yeah, she
You
really
know,
went hard on that guy.
She goes hardcore, and they bleed him out like a pig, and then they throw him on the top of a car, and then parade him through town to show the people that he's
Yeah.
dead.
They actually say now's the time to heal. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
now's
will
the time
never
to heal.
understand why nobody just cuts off his head.
Well, like in H2O.
Well, that wasn't him. That
Yeah,
was
but-
Lynch Rider.
Yeah.
Hey, resurrection doesn't count. H2O
No, it
was supposed to
does.
be the goddamn end. It was
Busta
supposed
Rhymes
to, it was
says
the
does.
first end.
But the very end, so they're parading him to the car place, right, or the whatever, the car yard or whatever, and there's this weird moment where the townspeople pick him up off the car and like crowd surf him, like almost
Yeah.
like he's Jesus Christ.
Right,
like
and I didn't
Superman.
understand that because I felt like wouldn't you do that to a good guy?
Well-
like wouldn't you drag him behind a car if he's a bad guy?
in cinema symbolism, somebody making the sign of a cross like with their arms spread out, it signifies change. Like you see that in like Goodfellas when the little boy like blows up the yard and he jumps and it freeze frames in the cross, like his arms are spread out. So they're signifying change for the.
So you're
community.
saying, and if I'm
Very
reading this right,
deep.
you're saying that Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends speaks the language of cinema.
Dude.
That's a good insightful
I mean, that's what's so
comment.
fucking. That's the problem with all these movies is they try to be so highfalutin. You know, it's like, dude, remember when this was like babysitter murder? Like,
Yeah.
it's so weird that they're just trying to make it high art, like what Michael Myers stands for, and like it's
Yucky's
like,
like,
the
this
fuck
is
are you talking about?
Yucky's like, this is a Fellini film now, guys.
Oh my, dude, it is like live your life by the philosophy of the Halloween series.
Well, maybe they're carrying Michael Myers like that because like his death is how they are coming together to heal, right? And that maybe that's the symbol.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to own it. They're taking it back.
It
and
was
they're seeing
Taking
it.
it back.
But you also like you guys just spent 5 years being fucking crazy. You know, I don't think it's that easy to not be crazy.
No one remembers the giant ass riot in the last movie. 4 years
Right.
ago?
You killed an innocent
Well, but that- it
guy
was
who
4
didn't look
years
like
ago.
Michael Myers, by the
Yeah.
way.
3-foot hobbit.
Fuck, did I hate that part was infuriating. I wanted to yell, but I was in the theater when I saw it. I was so mad.
Can't you see what your
Well, that was
anger
hot off
has
the
done?
riots, right? I mean, I think that was a political statement. So
Yeah.
It was
It
deeper.
was something, all right. It was deeper than that. Evil died that evening. Later,
Evil
4 years
dies
later.
tonight.
Evil dies tonight. Like that should have been their goddamn town flag by that time.
At least they didn't do the tacky thing where they kill both Michael and Laurie at the same time. I think that's what most people's predictions were.
Yep, well, because there was a damn trailer that was released where there was a voiceover of Jamie Lee Curtis saying, once again, pulling the Necronomicon out of her ass, saying, like, I think the only way Michael can die is if I die with him. I'm like,
Yeah.
where are you getting this shit from, lady? Like, Laurie Strode is the Curse of Thorn in this one. She's the fucking druid. Like, she's like a witchy lady that just knows shit about Michael Myers.
Yeah, she would have been probably the most insufferable person to know in real life out of everyone there. Just all this bullshit out of her ass about his mythos and everything.
There was a strange. Let me ask you guys if you guys picked this up. This was a strange theme that I'm like, are they trying to say? Okay, because Corey, when he was after Laurie at the end, he was saying something how like if you just no, maybe it wasn't at the end. Maybe it was when he was sleeping in the house. He killed the kid, and then like Laurie's like knocking her like chair on the wall like she's some like Western sheriff or something. Like basically to be like, you got evil in you, boy.
Yeah,
It's like
all
we're
in your eyes.
I don't
you stay
see
away
it
from
in
my
you.
kid. And he's like, well, if you ever just looked into his eyes and given in? And I'm like, are they trying to say that Michael Myers has been trying to transfer to Laurie? And that's why, like, this whole dance has been going on for however long. It's like he's trying to transfer himself into her.
But it's also like
don't
a
know if that's true.
why would it be Laurie if she had? I mean, what we see in the films anyway. There's no obvious signs of a past trauma. Like at least Corey, you can make the argument that the town already considers him a monster, and thus he shares a similar fate as Michael Myers.
But Michael killed her friends, so
She's
he's
damaged
spreading
goods,
the
too.
he's spreading the
yeah,
anger to
now,
her.
but not back then. I mean, like if that was
Well,
the plot of the first one, is what I'm saying.
I mean, come on.
Well, maybe Mike wasn't dying back then, right? Maybe he only does it when he's weakened. You know.
I've got to pass my legacy. I never had a kid.
I mean, he does try to like do his essence thing, like when she, is killing him on the kitchen table, right? And then what's her face comes in and like snaps his arm in half.
Yeah, dude, she
I'm
just
like,
breaks
holy
it.
cow.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Where does she come up with the like? I'm not seeing the change from I just walked in on you murdering my boyfriend to her like being like, I'm not gonna allow you to do this to her.
It's still her grandma.
Yeah.
Well, but
You know,
where
end
is
of the day,
the-
that's Gams.
That's Gammy.
Yeah.
No, Gammy. And then like Michael Myers kills Corey, and it's like, why? he could have done this. Was he just like, yeah, fucked up, boy? I just don't get why he could have killed him at any time and gotten strength from Corey or whatever the hell he's doing here.
Maybe Corey just outlived his usefulness.
Like, maybe.
You know? But that's kind of the other thing is we don't really understand Michael's philosophy behind partnerships or friendships or anything, right?
Ugh.
Like Corey is the first thing that he's had, closest thing he's had to a friend, and we have no idea what his rules are for operating as such, you know?
Yeah, because at least, like, remember, didn't Halloween 5 opened up with, like, an old man taking care of Michael, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as, like, Michael was like, it's Halloween.
Did you?
He sits up and kills the guy.
Did you ever see that footage they recently found from that, by the way, which was like some crazy like voodoo priest in the woods of Haddonfield rezzing Michael Myers? Yeah, it's out there. It's bizarre. And yeah, that's how he comes back. It's weird. D Gulag saying, was Halloween 2 1981's brother sister twist so bad? Doesn't it give Michael more motivation? I guess. I mean, if his goal is to kill his family, I mean that kind of works. It gives him something to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you
that's what you need.
If you want to get like artsy fartsy and be like, no, Michael had no motivation in the original one. They just had to add it in because blah blah blah. Because everybody listens to audio commentaries now, and that's what like they have to live their like they have to live their life by what was said on the audio commentary. Like that's not how it was supposed to be. But
well, I mean, they referenced that in the first film, right? They're like, oh no, that's just that's just a rumor. They're not related at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they like really ham-fisted.
It's very clumsily done, though.
But you could watch the original, the best sequel to Halloween, the way these guys want it done, is check out the original Sorority House Massacre, where like the sorority moves into the house that these murders happened in. The insane killer guy escapes, and he just sees every single girl as the sister he murdered.
Isn't that pretty much Black Christmas?
No, we don't know what the hell the original Black Christmas is about. It's like
I thought that was the whole
telephone
thing.
calls.
Oh,
They don't tell you
the remake.
madness.
The remake, it's like
Madness.
that.
Yeah, the remake is like that.
Yeah, because the
definitely
remake
like
had to tell you everything. Because you are
Because the
weak.
remake's actually a good movie. That's why. Now I think about it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
see, Dead Punk corroborates the footage. He saw it. It said it literally makes no damn sense. It is
Weird.
odd. It is weird.
Dude, I'm looking that up tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know, something I'd like to... an idea I really liked in Halloween 6 that I'd like to see, that I almost thought they were going to do in this series, is remember in part 6 where the town, like, pretty much hasn't had Halloween for a long time? Like, the kids are trying to bring it back. Like, we're not going to be scared of this old, like, urban legend. And, I mean, that's how you do, like, a town reacting to, like, a killer, not just, like, it infected us all.
Yeah.
And we all ran around like maniacs.
I definitely like the Lovecraftian idea, though, of people just kind of slowly losing their nanners, you know? Not so much in the grandiose way of Halloween kills, but definitely in smaller doses, you know? Like seeing the shit at the beginning of this one. Which, really quick, did you guys ever read those Freddy versus Jason scripts that never got made?
Uh-uh.
They were just all weird. They're all fucking odd, and that's what this movie felt like, was an unproduced oddball script. But if you've never seen the Freddy vs. Jason scripts, highly recommend looking through them because they just get weirder. One of them has Freddy as like a wizard necromancer in the medieval times. Another one is like Jason's actually real, but he's an old man with a hockey mask. They just got weirder and weirder.
Oh my gosh.
One of them was, I think... Well, who's the Peter Jackson? I think was a Peter Jackson one.
Yeah, he wrote one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I think his was the one where kids go into their dreams to beat up Freddy. I think because Freddy has no power now, and so they take advantage of it to beat the shit out of him, and then Freddy accidentally kills one of them, and then his powers start to come back.
Yeah, that's how he knows.
Yeah, D Gulag knows what's up. The Fred Heads. There's the Fred Heads cult.
Fredheads.
Yeah, that's the name of the cult in one of the scripts. I don't remember which one. It's been so long since I looked at it, but if you guys haven't seen any of these scripts that weren't made, they're fucking great.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. And there's one when Pinhead comes in at the end to stop the fight. It is just madness. So I think all in all, you guys are all saying that the new Halloween is a A++, right? Wait, not that
Yeah,
one.
definitely an A+ cinema score from me.
That's great.
Dude.
That's the bell of passion for a film.
I mean, we're running the gambit of like Halloween's like almost has as many bad sequels as like a Chucky series.
As a Hellraiser, Chucky's sequels I don't even think are that bad.
Oh, come on. After Seed of Chucky on, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, but I still don't find them like bad. Like I can still watch them and be like, yeah, I get how we get from A to B. You know, Halloween, what the fuck is going on anymore?
Come on,
and then
they have, like,
Hellraiser,
Redman and Jennifer Tilly in Seed of Chucky. Are you kidding me? Like,
what's wrong with that?
going
What's
on
wrong
here?
with Redman?
Jumping the shark.
Halloween had Busta.
We used to be a country.
Busta Rhymes, son.
That'd be great for you to run for an office, and that's like your whole platform.
Now,
Jennifer Tilly,
Seed of Chucky didn't even make any sense.
We used to be a country.
The new Halloweens don't make a lick of sense. Now we used to be a country.
I think we've talked this movie out.
Are we doing overall
think we're
scores
done.
again? I love doing
I
overall
don't know.
scores.
I don't like to do scores too much. That's one of the things I don't like about.
Yeah, I usually
Letterboxd.
do thumbs up, thumbs down, like good old fashioned. Like you see it or you don't see it. I know wishy washy shit.
But see, I'm pretty middle of the road on all these things. Like I kind of liked it just for being so different. You know.
Yeah, I like the
Not in
idea.
a Halloween 3. Yeah. It's worth the watch. I think just for being odd. And it's a little to me it's too little too late on that, by the way. This should have been done a while ago.
A little too long. Questionable.
They would have killed it back then, though. You know what I mean? They had to do it now because it's like, dude, we're fucking burning this down out the door.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis ain't gonna keep coming back, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, I don't see any like. I mean, I definitely don't want Jamie Lee Curtis back, but I don't see any way to continue like because yeah, he got mulched up or whatever.
Maybe what's his face isn't dead. There you go.
Corky.
Corey.
I mean, he did manage to like wake himself up when Mike got into the house, right?
Yeah.
You thought he was dead, and then all of a sudden, oh nope, he's back. You know, he's trying to jump scare Michael, I guess.
Yeah, but do you think Michael fucked up and didn't finish the job? Or do you think that was like him implanting some evil seed?
Oh, they could do that.
He penetrated.
You should
him.
wait
He's
that down.
definitely, Yeah.
Right,
You
like
should
he
write
was
that down and
actually
send it to David
stuffing
Gordon
something.
Green.
He took out his
Yeah.
eyeball and stuffed it into his neck.
The one that they shot out of his head in one of the
Yeah.
movies.
Next
That's
one
gonna
will be
be
Halloween Rebirth.
Halloween Rebirth.
Halloween Lives.
Yeah. Halloween never dies.
Yeah.
It's been driving me crazy that I can't get that kid's last name in this movie.
Corey Cunningham.
Because it's supposed to be like Michael
Cunningham.
Myers. It's Corey. Is it Corey Cunningham?
Isn't it?
Corey Taylor.
Is it?
No, it's another
it's
C
not.
word.
Slipknot.
It's the C word.
It's another
It's
C
Corey
word.
C word.
What the hell?
They got really ballsy. I'm looking this up because you're
Yeah,
upsetting me.
it is killing me.
Corey, it's Cunningham
Corey Cunningham.
because it's the same last name as the character from Christine,
Oh, another Stephen
and the
King.
same clothing as the guy from Christine,
Really?
the same haircut as the guy from Christine.
Did you guys
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing here, guys.
Yeah,
I see
dude.
That is
Jamie Lee
odd.
Curtis's final outfit was the same outfit that she was in Halloween 1,
Oh my God,
That blue
That is
top.
crazy.
or whatever it is.
Homage.
It's a throwback. I
Don't
don't
tell
know.
your
I'm giving it a
friends.
thumbs up.
Ooh, damn.
I
I
just
guess on a
It's a
scale
soft-
of 1 out of 2, it's
It's
like
a soft thumbs up, though.
yeah, it's a very soft thumb. I think you just gotta see it. I mean, number one, if you're a fan of this shit, you're gonna see it anyway. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
but I think it's worth a watch because it's just wow on all cylinders. You know, like what's going on? Who did this? Who let you do
I
this?
wasn't bored, which I think is an improvement.
Mustafa Cod's rolling in his gravy right now.
now watch it a second time. Put it to the test.
No, I'm good.
All right, see how much you really like this movie, kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, put it on Halloween night. Be like, I'm in this. It's the season. I'm in the mood for a nice like spooky movie.
Emotional damage!
My erection can only get so soft.
Back Bay Award.
Yeah.
Definitely not one of the even goodest movies of the year for horror. There's been so many good movies this year. It's kind of
It's-
crazy to get one that's
Yeah, it's
I mean, I
pretty
guess the
mid.
last ones were bad. I don't know. I always have high hopes, man.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
can't
mid.
bring me down.
Well, all these franchise movies are pretty.
We got
That's
at
why.
least still have more movies coming out, guys. It's the Halloween
else?
season.
Terror Train remake this month on Tubi.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of Terror Train heads or foamers, I guess, you know?
I mean, I guess that's a good thing to remake, though. If something's not that popular, I've seen Terror Train like I don't know once. Doesn't it have David
haven't seen
Copperfield in
once.
it?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That was odd.
That was weird.
So I guess something like that is good to remake. You know
Why? I mean, it's just a slasher on a train. Like, couldn't you just call it literally anything else? Like Prom Night? Like, if you made a remake of Prom Night, you don't need the Prom Night name unless you do Prom Night 2. Then you need the name.
Well, but I always thought remaking was better for like, weaker movies, not like the
I
classics.
thought you hate
know what I mean?
remakes.
Well, you don't remake the classics. Like Black Christmas is a fucking classic. Night of the
Oh,
Living
shut
Dead,
up.
it's a classic.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You can remake Old Dark House. That's from like 1932.
Get the director of the remake of For Black Christmas to do the remake of Terror Train.
Yeah, what's that guy doing now?
I don't know.
Clark
Oof.
or whatever.
No, the good Black Christmas, the one from 2006.
That's true. That good one. I stand by that too. That's not even a troll.
No, it's not. It's not a troll. It's
It's
pretty
a good movie.
What
It's a great
sucks that you
movie.
guys are like convincing me to like, because I saw it in theaters like
Dude,
when
it's
it was
great.
first released, and I hated
I
it.
love
so
it.
now I'm like,
You-
God damn it, am I wrong? Do I
You
have to
know
go back
I
and
love
rewatch
movies
this?
that are crazy, and
it's
Black
crazy.
Christmas, the remake, is completely fucking
Well, by
unhinged.
crazy, you mean like AKA kind of bad, silly to laugh at. I get it.
No, I just think the plots are crazy. There's all this nutty shit happening. You get a yellow China running around. Like, what the fuck? This
Yeah.
bitch got jaundice and she's trying to kill me? It's fucking nuts, dude.
If I
And
still
that
got
little
it,
man-
I
There's
watch it.
flowers in it.
Little yellow man making cookies.
If
I
watch
know it sounds
again.
racist, guys. None of this is meant to be racist.
You guys had
It's
me
just
at like,
he's got
oh,
jaundice.
The Empty Man, the Empty. Everyone loves the Empty Man.
The Empty
Oh
Man's
my
great.
God, it was horrible.
It's
Horrible.
good.
Should have stayed buried.
See, look at D Gulag, absolutely backing the love for Black Xmas.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm outnumbered here. This isn't good.
We'll do a special Christmas episode
do
of,
it. We could
of
do
Ice
it.
Cream Sunday Social. We'll do Black Xmas.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Dead Punk says, you realize the last few big franchise horror films have been crap to boring this year. Texas Chainsaw, Jeepers Creepers Reborn, Hellraiser, and Halloween Ends. Man, I'm surprised people are even giving the new Jeepers Creepers a shot. I know, what's his name? Infamous Child Enthusiast is no longer getting paid from it, I believe.
Right.
Vincent
I don't
Salva, I
watch
think he
it
sold the
because
rights
of
off. I don't either, but there's just part of it that's like, I got to watch every movie. So I've always dealt with that.
I
That's
don't
a
think I've even
personal
seen
thing, but-
2 or 3.
yeah.
I don't
There,
think so.
I haven't seen 3.
2
Yeah,
has
one-
like
one
kids
two.
on a bus, right?
Yeah,
2
but-
has kids on the bus.
Every horror movie with kids on a bus is horrible.
Yeah, it's the football team who just mysteriously get broken down on the bus and
Yeah. And they happen to be
shirtless.
like shirtless.
Is
Yeah.
it Cabin
Very
Fever-
odd.
Cabin Fever 2 has kids on a bus.
You know, you wouldn't think a guy who's into underage boys would make a movie with dudes shirtless and guys in high school shirtless, but he does. And that's
well, I mean,
that's something.
we
you
saw
know?
what happened when he tried to do it with Clown House with what he preferred.
I don't even
right?
want to talk about that. That was
Yeah,
fucked
right.
up.
Oh my God.
The fact that people are like bootlegging Clown House is absolutely
Yeah,
bizarre
dude.
to me.
Seriously
Because of that
bizarre.
scene. If you guys don't know about this, Vincent Salva, who's the director of Jeepers Creepers, is a child enthusiast who did time. You know who helped him get off, by the way?
Oh no.
Francis Ford Coppola helped him find
Oh.
lawyers to get off. So he ends up getting his work back. He ends up making Powder, which had some undertones. But the most infamous was Clown House prior. That's why he got locked up, because he shot footage with one of the boys engaged in just. And so that movie has a lot of odd things with underage boys in it. And that's why when people say they bootleg it or anything, I'm always in shock.
Yeah.
Very surprised.
Let that
Well-
property die,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like Victor
dude.
Salva.
Yeah.
D
it's-
Gulag's with me. He liked the newest Texas Chainsaw, and he didn't want to. I was surprised. I had such a great time by the end of it. Dead Punk brings up Glenn Morgan, director of the 2006 Black Christmas. Jim Tuner says he'd rather watch recent Puppet Master sequels than that stuff. Damn, I don't know. I did try to watch Blade, and that was not the
Oh,
best time
wow.
I've had.
All the like Iron Cross stuff and the like
Yeah,
Puppet
yeah.
Master X and Puppet Master this. And,
Oof. What a hard. I will take the Puppet Master remake though. I'll watch that.
Ooh, I don't know about
Yes,
that.
suck it.
I
Suck
probably
it.
would watch the other Puppet Master like sequels than the remake.
Dude, you get a bunch of blades. What could be better than a ton of blades?
The story of Puppet Master, that was pretty cool.
Just be
You get a
glad
Nazi
he's making
skeleton?
those, guys. Just be
Cool.
glad, because he's also still making Killer Bong movies.
I wish that wasn't true. We don't need any more killer bongs, man.
Right. Oh my god. I mean, out of all the franchise stuff, I guess Chucky is okay. Like, it's at least better than what the last like few movies of Chucky had been. So it's kind of making up for that, I guess. It's still not perfect, but you know, Brad Dourif, you know,
He's still doing it, huh?
still doing it. Still doing
Good for him.
Hey
That's
man,
good.
stay active. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few other movies coming out soon. There's
What do we got? What do we got?
There's a meme horror film coming to Hulu called Grim Cuddy. I figure
Okay.
that's
What is that? Somebody watched that. I know because it's out already.
is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
Somebody
came
was
out
telling me
this
they
week.
watched it.
Yeah, it came out this week, and it looks bad. But you know what? It's
It
on
does
Hulu,
look
and I
bad.
have Hulu,
Yeah.
so
There's
I'll watch
supposed to be something on Netflix called The Watcher or something, where it's like people buy a house and they start getting like letters from like, I don't know, some crazy dude that either liked the house or maybe it was his house. I don't know.
I feel like I heard a story about that actually happening.
I think it might be based.
Oh,
on
it is
something
based on
kinda
a true story.
Yeah, so that might
Yeah.
be interesting. I don't know, like, you know, don't quote me on that, but hey, you know,
Yeah,
something
that-
kind of suspenseful or thriller for your Halloween season.
I've talked about that channel, Mr. Ballin, who tells all these scary stories that are true
Really?
or what's known about it. Yeah, he's great. He's like one of the best. And he also talks about it respectfully, which I like, and he's not putting on makeup or something during it and trivializing whatever happens. It's completely the whole
Hello,
true crime thing
boils
is
and
insane.
ghouls.
Yeah, yeah. I have a story for you about a gay cannibal. But yeah, so he told the true story of that. Great channel. Check it out.
He's got like a little like witch hand puppet, like, ew, let's show the pictures.
Yeah, dude, those channels get unhinged. Utterly disrespectful.
What is Jim Tuner saying? 2022's Puppet Master film is Dr. Death. Is that?
Oh, is that what's coming out?
Is that the name?
I
of
thought
the
that was just the one puppet from the prequels. There was the skeleton looking one.
retro. The retro. Puppet
Yeah,
Master?
yeah. They had a Dr. Death one. Why would?
Yeah, let us
Yeah,
know.
that is his
Jim
own
Tuner.
movie.
Are they doing like a Dr.
spin-off.
Death retro by himself?
Started filming in July.
Oh my god! I hope that dude returns as Andre Toulon.
Yeah. Who? Greg Sestero from The Room.
Yeah, from Retro Puppet Master. He was Andre Toulon.
So
I hope he
D Gulag is saying Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street are the strongest overall franchises. Not perfect, but mostly solid. I think top of the heap is Nightmare on Elm Street. Just the continuity alone, the fact that the story carries over pretty well, sequel to sequel, absolutely makes it a standout.
Ooh, I'm going Friday. Friday, so the first 4 or 5 are just solid, and like a solid like two through 4 all take place in like consecutive nights. I love that when a horror movie does that.
Yeah.
It makes it scarier. Like he does get the hell up and starts doing more shit that night.
How does he have so much energy, by the way?
Yeah,
That's
D. Gulag
insane.
said it. It's Friday.
You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going Leprechaun. Best, strongest overall franchise.
What do you? Why would you say that to us on purpose?
Everybody loves Leprechaun.
No, for real though, Gable. What's your real answer?
I would probably go Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, a distant last would be Halloween.
I used to like Halloween a lot when it was just the Thorn stuff.
Yeah, when it was 1 through 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah,
Minus
I like
3.
that a lot. Yeah.
I got a soft spot for 6 because it was the first one I got to see in theaters. And the fucking theater was like ape shit. Like I'd never seen a movie theater open. Like, you would have thought it was the prequel of Star Wars for Halloween 6, dude. I shit you not. It was crazy.
That's so rad.
Yeah, it was a really, like, I was like, what is this, like a secret premiere? Why is everybody losing their minds? Like,
You know, thinking back on it, my parents rented that when I was a kid, and I don't know why. I feel like maybe I must have asked them to watch it, but I don't recall even seeing 4 and 5 until after I'd seen 6. So I went at that utterly clueless, you know?
oh no.
Oh, wait, all right. So 2 other films coming out or have already come out this week. Our boy Christopher Lloyd is in Spirit Halloween the movie.
Oh yeah, what is that coming out to? Is that a Roku channel original?
I don't know. I think it's from what I'm reading right here, it's only on VOD. So
I thought it was coming straight to one of the like B tier services.
I don't know, but I'm looking for it because obviously it also stars Jaden Smith.
Oh my god!
So it's straight up our it's great live stream a movie.
Fodder, whatever.
Yeah. And then the other movie I want to mention is our classic director Dario Argento has his new movie out on Shudder.
Black Sunglasses.
Dark Glasses.
Whatever. They premiered that like 2 weeks ago, and from what I saw, the kills were okay, but
supposedly came out the 13th, but you said 2 weeks ago. All right.
Well, they did like a premiere. And
Yeah,
did
it was
they?
actually
Premiere.
released
okay.
on Shudder or whatever. They wanted to get
Jim-
the buzz.
Well, it
Jim
has a
Tuner
prostitute-
surprised Christopher Lloyd's around. He was in the recent hit Nobody. He was great as the grandpa, and I think he had like a shotgun or something. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm always
was
down
neat.
for it. I'm always
Give
down for
Christopher
the
Lloyd a
Lloyds.
shotgun. Go back and change Back to the Future. Give him a shotgun in that movie.
He was the best part of the Piranha remake movie.
Yeah, true.
We can't get out of here without saying R.I.P. to Ted White, the actor who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 4. I think he was like 90?
Press F, boys.
shit.
Press F.
But he was my favorite Jason. He was a good Jason.
I agree.
I don't have a sad sound effect for
Oh.
this. I
Just
don't
play
think.
something. It's fine.
Like, do you have the Hulk music or?
No, should I add that? I don't want to get copyright struck.
You need like a 10-gun salute or something.
What about the ending theme of Friday the 13th? Like,
I don't
the,
have any of that on
very
here
serene
already.
music that when she was
It's
in the
just,
boat.
it's just a bunch of garbage that's here. Rip.
R.I.P. Ted White.
Ted
Everybody take a
White.
shot.
No.
Yum. What a good alcoholic drink. Whew. So, what do you think? We're good on the show? We did a good job today?
That's it. I got nothing else to say.
I think we can get out of here.
Soft thumbs up.
That's
Seriously,
right.
like,
Soft
I'm never going to
thumbs.
think about this movie again.
I will. I'll think about it all the time, and I'll think about Yucky at the same time.
Emotional damage.
So
I
I
think
guess
I'm gonna-
that.
I'm going to pull out the Curse of Thorn trilogy probably tonight just to wash my mind of all this.
You heard it, guys. This movie's so bad it makes Yucky want to pull out. So, anyways, that's the end of the show. We'll be back next week, and who knows what we're going to talk about. But I am one of your hosts, Full Custom Hot Dog. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Full Custom Hot Dog with the last O, because that's just too long for Twitter. And, I got some new videos dropping this week. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you can see that eventually. Now, when do you guys go?
Yucky,
Guys?
go. Yucky.
You can find me at Yucky Gum Comics at Twitter.
And
here.
you can you can find me
Nice.
at G Pennyshot on Twitter.
That was great. That was a good show, guys. So until next time, thank you. Oh, come on. Thank you all for watching.
You got the toilet.